let me ask you, does this sound like you? A regular, erratic monthly cycle? It's too long, it's too short. It's actually maybe normalized, but you find that you have different mood states at different parts of your cycle. So you may be really anxious at one part of the cycle, irritable and ragey and moody at another part, really low. But suffice it to say, your mood is dependent on where you are on the cycle, whether it's normalized or not. There seems to be a mood component, and that mood component actually is probably more than likely anxiety. So not handling your stressors very well. When you get stressed, you're not pleasant to be around, you're short, you're snippy. When there's something that you have to do that you're not ready yet for, you feel that butterfly or sense of panic and sympathetic overwhelm and difficulty breathing and your heart rate and your blood pressure, and you're just overwhelmed. If that sounds like you, then chances are you could have the hormone imbalance genetic type. What the heck is that? So at yourgenetictype.com, we have come up with 7 core genetic types or genetic imbalances when we have that perfect storm of stressors in the environment overlapping with our potentials for our genetic susceptibilities, that when the two meet together and pull on the chains break. And in your case, your hormone imbalance seems to be the chief problem, which could be, again, bloated periods, irregular periods, erratic periods, moodiness, anxiety, sympathetic overwhelm. And for guys, same thing. Obviously, they're not going to have an irregular cycle, but they could be moody, they could be depressed, they could have decreased libido, or they have extra estrogen and they don't feel vibrant and or have great amounts of vigor. Same things happening to them too, and plus they're anxious. Then they have more likely a hormone imbalance type. And like I said, when you have genetic susceptibilities, and there are some that we're going to talk about in terms of COMT, your CYP enzymes, and other enzymes that help to clear out your catecholamines, your neurotransmitters, and also clear out your hormones. When you have an imbalance between nutrients supplied and nutrients demand, it's going to result in hormonal imbalances. So what are some of the things that you should be doing? Well, number one, it goes without saying, if you want to know specifically if you are a hormonal imbalance type, go check out our yourgenetictype.com and take the mini test. And that mini test will tell you. We also have a course called Your Genetic Type Unlocked, where it will tell you, hey, based on the fact that you're a hormone imbalance genetic type, here's the test that we think you should do. Here's the supplements we think you should do. Here are the nutritional strategies and the lifestyle managements that we think you should do. So what are some of the nutritional strategies? Well, with the hormone imbalance type, you want to make sure that potentially you're not adding more processes to your enzymes to have to clear out. So catecholamine foods like green tea or chocolate or caffeine or other things that may create more load on your body to clear out your hormones would be suggested to be avoided. But we're not going to make that recommendation just because you have the symptoms. We'd want to confirm that for sure as well. Other things that we're going to want to see is we're going to want to see you to support in this whole process of things your blood sugar, because if your blood sugar is not balanced, then you're going to have more chances for inflammation and anxiety and neurotransmitter problems. The other thing we recommend is getting the genetic test. So we'll post a link under this video on where you can get that genetic test, because that's going to be really, really helpful for you. The other thing I'd want to see is look at a hormone-based test, whether it's a saliva test. I'm not crazy about it because they don't look at all the free fractions of all the hormones for one, but they don't look at all the other hormones and how they're being metabolized through the body for two. So we typically suggest the Dutch test, and we can put that link underneath this video as well. And then number three, depending on what's going on with your major blood work, if you have signs of inflammation, if your ferritin is too low or too high, if your white blood cells are too low or too high, if you do all the same foundational workup that you're already doing. You're looking at your thyroid, you're looking at your cholesterol, you're looking at your liver enzymes, you're looking at your platelets and your white blood cells and your proteins. However, it is impacting you downstream when your foundational cellular components aren't working optimally. It's impacting you at the hormonal level. And then what you're potentially doing in terms of hormone replacements or being put on the pill, or guys being put on testosterone or using DHEA or pregnenolone, and you ask me, is it good? I don't know. I don't know if it's good. What's driving this? What are your genetic potentials? What are your epigenetic findings? What other things are we dealing with? Co-infections, iron dysregulation, gut breakdown, histamine excess, extra chemicals and toxins. Suffice it to say, you need to investigate that. That's why we're producing these videos, is because we want you to understand the complete picture, understanding that your hormone imbalance is the effect. It's not necessarily the cause. So hopefully you got a lot out of that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up or give us a like, make a comment, and make sure you go check out the resources that we're making for you at yourgenetictype.com. Have an awesome day.